Welcome to World Cinema Library.
He wanted answers from a serial killer, but every conversation slowly pulled him deeper into a terrifying psychological nightmare. In a quiet German village, everyone's peaceful life suddenly changes after police finally arrest a brutal serial killer named Gabriel Engel. People believe the nightmare is over, but things become darker when local policeman Michael Martens visits the killer for questioning. Michael hopes to solve one final missing child case connected to Engel, but every conversation with the murderer slowly starts affecting his mind. Gabriel is calm, intelligent, manipulative, and terrifying because he understands human weakness perfectly. As Michael spends more time with him, the line between good and evil slowly becomes blurred. Michael is already struggling with pressure from his family, religious guilt, and emotional stress, and Gabriel uses all of that to psychologically attack him. Instead of giving direct answers, the killer plays dangerous mind games and forces Michael to face the darkness hidden inside himself. The investigation slowly turns into a disturbing psychological battle where Michael begins losing control over his thoughts and emotions. The deeper he goes into the case, the more obsessed he becomes, and the audience starts feeling his fear, confusion, and guilt. The film slowly builds tension instead of using cheap jump scares, which makes every scene feel realistic and uncomfortable. The final portion becomes intense as Michael realizes how deeply Gabriel manipulated him from the beginning. The ending leaves a heavy psychological impact because it shows how evil can infect even a good person's mind. More than a serial killer movie, this film becomes a dark exploration of morality, faith, guilt, and the hidden darkness inside humans. Norman Reedus delivers a chilling performance as Gabriel Engel, creating a serial killer who feels calm, intelligent, and deeply disturbing without needing loud violence. Christian Berkel as Michael Martens perfectly shows the mental breakdown of a police officer trapped between justice, fear, and inner guilt. Their psychological conversations become the soul of the movie because both actors create intense tension in every scene. The supporting characters, including Michael's family members and police team, also feel natural and realistic, helping the emotional pressure around the main character grow stronger throughout the story. Director Christian Alvart creates a dark psychological atmosphere that keeps the tension alive from beginning to end. The cinematography uses cold lighting, shadows, close-up shots, and realistic framing to make every scene feel uncomfortable and intense. Camera movements remain slow and controlled, helping viewers feel trapped inside Michael's mental breakdown. The editing is sharp and smooth, especially during interrogation scenes where silence and reaction shots increase the psychological pressure. The background music stays subtle but disturbing, slowly building fear instead of using loud horror effects. Sound design is one of the strongest parts of the movie because even small sounds create anxiety and tension. The production design perfectly captures the gloomy mood of the small town and police environments, making the story feel realistic and grounded. Makeup, practical effects, and costume design are handled naturally, making the characters and violent moments feel raw, disturbing, and believable throughout the movie. Antibodies is not just a serial killer thriller. It is a disturbing psychological journey about evil, guilt, and human weakness. The movie focuses more on mental fear than physical violence, which makes it far more unsettling and memorable. If you enjoy slow-burn psychological thrillers like C7N or The Silence of the Lambs, this German thriller is a highly recommended hidden gem that stays in your mind long after the ending. If you love dark psychological thrillers with serial killer mind games, disturbing atmosphere, and intense suspense, this movie is a must-watch. Follow for more movie recommendations.